Morning, new 1%. It's Satoshi Boomin coming at you with another video. And guys, I'm gonna need you to punch that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a Vechain video, a Satoshi Boomin video, and that the newcomers that are flooding into the crypto space by the hundreds don't miss it as well. Up on the screen, I have my wonderful Patreon subscribers: AJ, Bread Garlic House, Mac Harris, Sergio, Lassie Nielsen, AmericanHomeRemedies.com, The Fernline, Jeffrey, Ethan, Maryland Crypto, Boost Wayne, Brady Adams, Farouz, Dean, Joel, Jimenez, and Kyle Bocci. Thank you so much for your wonderful Patreon support. I got my hot tea and honey locked and loaded, ready to go. I hope you enjoy the show today, guys. Alright, as always, timestamps to the Vechain news will be in the comment section below. So if you want to skip to the Vechain news, it will be in the comment section below. Up on the screen, we have a story today that I thought was interesting and quite true. Why am I so bullish on crypto? Why am I, even if we have a 10, 20, 30% dip, why am I not worried? It's because we're so early that I believe that crypto is going to be kind of like the stock market in the future, where, we're not going to see 30% dips anymore. We're not going to see 30% gains, 100x gains, in the future. Right now, if the stock market goes down by 1%, I was about to say a bad word, but people are like literally jumping off buildings, screaming, crying, oh, woe is me, blah, 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 the sky's falling, the stock market, sell everything. Like, people go insane over like a 1% dip. And then if there's a 1% increase, people are like, oh, the stock market is reaching all-time highs, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's so much liquidity in the stock market that, 1 to 2% increases are a big deal. With crypto, it's the opposite. There's not a whole lot of liquidity, so we have the joys or the curse to be able to experience, 30x gains, 30% on a day, 20% on a day, and that's really, really good. Whereas, a 10% gain on a day is like, okay. It's like the stock market gaining 0.5%. The reason why I bring this up is because we're so early that most Americans don't even know the difference between Bitcoin and blockchain. Go up to your coworkers today when you go to work, guys, and ask them, do you know the difference between Bitcoin and blockchain? They're going to look at you like you've, shaved half of your beard off of one side of your face. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm just here to be a wage slave and clock my hours. That's what they're going to look at you like. So we're so early, guys, that the majority of Americans don't know this stuff yet. Will this change? Of course. With the new generation, more younger Americans, more younger people are getting into the crypto space. Things are definitely changing, and that's why I'm so confident that crypto is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar asset class in the future. Bitcoin and blockchain. Blockchain and crypto awareness in the United States is highest among the young, per a new survey. But few people know the difference between the two terms. Many think Bitcoin and blockchain are one and the same thing, despite the fact that Bitcoin and altcoins are now grabbing headlines in the mainstream media. There were a findings of Forte Commission survey. More than 2,000 customers and their behaviors toward virtual goods and games carried out by Vorhas advisors and shared with CryptoNews.com. They wrote, the general population, only 25% of American adults had any idea what blockchain is, but this rises to 42% in the age of 18 to 34 demographic, guys. So we're still early. The great transfer of wealth is incoming within our lifetime, and more people know about blockchain. More and more people are fanatic about blockchain. Where do you think that money is going to go? However, authors noted that the adults who said they recognized the term blockchain, most didn't understand it. with a staggering 62% stating that blockchain is the same as crypto, and almost half of the same group believing that blockchain is the same as Bitcoin. They're not too far away from each other, as blockchain is used by Bitcoin, which itself is a network or protocol and the most popular cryptocurrency. In either case, adoption appears to be on the rise, regardless of how knowledgeable or not the American public is about these emerging forms of technology. Get this, guys. Less than 20% of United States adults say they've used a product or service related to blockchain, but this rises to 25% amongst the 18 to 34th demographic. We're so early, we're so young in this crypto space that, I'm excited for the future. I'm so excited for the future. I have no doubt about my investment. I have full 100% conviction. And that's why I'm all into crypto, because, the writing is on the wall. We're headed towards, a digitized, automated economy. And the way we do business now, the way transactions are settled, the way we can't get money across borders instantly, it's time for a change. It's time for a great reset. It's time for a revolution, a crypto revolution. So guys, let me know what you think down below. Please hit that like button, guys. Please scroll down just a little bit. Pause the video, scroll down a little bit. Make sure you're subscribed. It's really important, guys. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Next news story of the day. There could be a reason for the dip. I think this is what the reason is. Another Asian crypto exchange suspends withdrawals as China detains one of its founders. So China has taken out another crypto exchange. Oh, I did not even see this. Guys, look at this. This is awesome. Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary ready to put 5% of his portfolio in SEC-approved Bitcoin ETF. So if you didn't know, for a long time, Bitcoin has been wanting to get an ETF on the New York Stock Exchange, guys. And the SEC's been hating, like always, you know what I'm saying? They claim to want to protect consumers and protect customers, but they still allow archaic laws like, payday lenders being able to charge people 30% in interest, or student loans not being able to be discharged by bankruptcy. See, they claim to want to protect you, but it's really just protecting the wealthy and the donor class. That's all it is. But anyway, I digress. I can literally rant about the SEC, the FTC, the Let me stop. So that's awesome. I wasn't even going to plan on talking about Kevin O'Leary, but if you don't know who he is, he's a billionaire, and he's going to be putting 5% of his portfolio into the Bitcoin ETF, bro. You can't tell me nothing, man. It's happening. Adoption is happening, guys. Just hold strong, not financial advice. Chinese authorities are launching a national crackdown against fraudulent SIM card and bank account schemes. The latest detained under this operation was the founder of a Hong Kong-based cryptocurrency exchange, CEO Global, which may explain why Bitcoin dipped a bit much yesterday. We were hovering around 19.2, and we dropped all the way down to like 18K. So I think this may have had something to do with it. Crypto exchange founder taken into custody by Chinese and police amid nationwide crackdown. According to an announcement published by CEO Global, one of the founders have been taken under custody by China's authorities in the midst of an ongoing investigation that involves an alleged participation in a fraudulent bank account and SIM card scheme. The unnamed founder has been taken away for 15 days to pursue the investigation, the exchange said. However, they don't have any clue on when the police will release him. Oh, he's probably dead, bruh. You know, them Chinese gulags. You get arrested. I still haven't heard from. What happened to Arthur Hayes? Is he still alive? Did the Chinese government get him? Or that was the U.S. government. The Chinese government cracked down on some exchange. It was like, was it the Plus Token scam? They had caught some people, and we haven't heard from them since. Like, so CEO Global, CEO bro, like, if you was frauding people and the Chinese army caught you, sorry, bro. Like, you gone. Anyway, the CEO Global did not make this public by chance, as the exchanges noted that the founder holds private keys to most of his platform's cold wallets, forcing them to halt the withdrawal process requests upon further notice. They cited its inability to process all the withdrawals from the crypto held in the hot wallets. The situation also forced Hong Kong-based crypto exchange to close all over-the-counter trading services, citing uncertainties surrounding the Chinese authorities' future crackdown. And as we remember here, a similar situation happened with the crypto exchange OKX, which disabled withdrawals on October 16th, 2020, following the detainment of its founder. That's what it was, Minjing Star Zhu. However, as of press time, OKX withdrawals have been running since it was re-enabled on November 16th, 2020. So if you're wondering why there's a sea of red out there, this could be the case. This is the FUD that brought down the crypto markets today, but that's okay. We will recover. I'm not worried. Could be a good time to pick up some cheap Bitcoin, some cheap cryptos for you, for your bags, round them out, gain more profit. And lastly, I know I'm going to get a couple of dislikes for this, for mentioning the word Biden, but that's okay. The Biden administration will ultimately be supportive of crypto, Circle CEO states. Now, I don't agree with him on this, but let's take a look at what he says. Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire believes the incoming president, Joe Biden, and yes, he did win the presidency, and if you want to go ahead and unsubscribe and dislike because I said that, well, be my guest. I'm not going to stop you. Joe Biden administration in the U.S. will ultimately be supportive of cryptocurrency because it represents a seismic shift as large as the commercial internet. Now, I don't agree with that. I believe that the Joe Biden administration is going to be for business as usual, propping up Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, and, Wells Fargo, all the major banks. And banks don't like crypto. They're coming on board slowly, but I believe that Joe Biden is going to do exactly what his donors and the ruling class tells him to do, and that is to suppress crypto, or not even to think about it. So I think that Joe Biden does not care about crypto. He's not going to care about crypto. He's going to ignore it because he's old and he probably doesn't understand it. And he's going to continue to do exactly what his donors want him to do, which is to pass tax cuts for the rich, pass, identity politics laws that, don't do anything. His first 100 years his first 100 days in office are going to be probably his best when it comes to policy. But after that, it's going to be bailing out the banks, more war, more drone strikes, more government spending, business as usual for the past 20, 30 years since before Bill Clinton. So I don't agree with Jeremy Allaire. Maybe in the beginning he'll pass some decent crypto laws, but after, the optics wear off and we get back to business as usual, it's going to be more and more money for the banks. The middle class is going to get smaller and smaller, and the rich are going to continue to get richer. But that's okay. We don't need Joe Biden to, give us favorable crypto regulations. Crypto's still standing without government approval, and it will be standing, with it. So, just pay attention. Again, if you're partisan, then you're probably not on the right channel because, Trump nor Biden give a crap about you. The government does not give a crap about you. And as soon as you realize that, the happier you'll be. I am not going to be arguing over two people that could care less about my well-being, and the only well-being they care about is their donors. So if you want to get mad and dislike, then that's your prerogative. You're just going to continue to be a sheep. You're just going to continue to be led astray and, be blinded by propaganda and partisan politics. I have no time for that. All right, on to the VeChain news, guys. So, again, timestamps will be in the description and in the comment section below. So if you want to skip to the VeChain news, you can do so. Please, guys, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button every video, guys. And I'm going to keep saying it because we really need to get this engagement up. A lot more people are going to come into the crypto space. So our VITRO burn yesterday was about 7.2. Pretty decent day, and today we're starting off a little bit slow at about 4.4 million VITRO. That number just slowly keeps going up each and every day, and that's what we want to see. And as I had mentioned earlier, it is a sea of red in the markets today. We're down about 3.5% on the day. Nothing really much to talk about. I think it was that exchange bust that is causing the dip. Come on, mouse. All right. So this is going to be a little bit of a review because the news story was literally everywhere. Cyprus hospitals adopt blockchain for testing. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but we're going to go over it one more time. Aretaeio Hospital, a Nicosia-based private medical facility, has adopted a blockchain-based laboratory testing service that permits total control of the medical data by the patient. A collaboration between VeChain and Idante, the healthcare record system EHCert, represents a new category system that ensures interoperability, connecting doctors, patients, and hospital administration in a secure system with immutable records, one that is also fully compliant with healthcare standards. For Aretaeio Hospital, after the patient takes a lab test, results will be automatically uploaded into the EHCert application. In the VeChain Thor public blockchain, the EHCert wallet can securely be accessed using private credentials given to the patient after registration process in the hospital. So, guys, this is just one of the many use cases for blockchains. One of the big use cases for blockchains, being able to access your medical records anywhere throughout the world. And the EHCert app is so good that this is the second hospital in Cyprus that is using the technology. Guys, slowly but surely, man, we're going to take over the world. I have no doubts about it. Not financial advice, do your own research, but this is just what I'm doing. This is what gets me up in the morning. This is why I continue to talk about VeChain each and every day. Don't look at price. Price can't be controlled. This can be controlled, okay? Peter Zhu posts, chief scientist at VeChain, the VeChain core dev and I have made some good progress on implementing Proof of Authority 2.0. We will soon launch a new testnet implementing VIP 193, allowing faster transaction confirmation. Moreover, I personally finished prototyping VIP 200 that will finally give us BFT finality. So BFT is Byzantine fault tolerance. Shout out to Peter Zhu and all the devs that continue to make the VeChain ecosystem robust. All right, let's give Eisenreich a follow here. He is amazing. VeChain in sustainable fashion. So using VeChain, fashion brands can incorporate more sustainable development plans, establish best practices in environmental data reporting, and attract long-term interest in ethical fashion brand consumers. So this is a good article in the China News Network here. And it goes on to talk about how sustainable fashion is important. It goes to talk about VeChain's partnerships and its green solution for companies. Did not mean to do that. Thank you to Eisenreich. And wow, guys, we have not had a producers market sighting in a very long time. We have Oliera Penzia. I probably butchered that. They're out of Italy, and they're an individual family-owned business established in 1981. Let's take a look at their story. Oliera Penzia was born in 1981 when Caterina Quintana and Vito Penzia inaugurated their first oil mill located in Palmero Togati Street on the eastern outskirts of Bitonio. I can't pronounce none of this stuff. At limits of the town, techniques of working were traditional ones, which saw the use of stone mill and presses. In 1988, the plant was introduced with a continuous cycle production, which for the first period supports the presses, definitively abandoned in 1997. Production, therefore, becomes in function of what? Am I having a stroke or something? Because I can't. Becomes in function of shifts of 12 or 24 hours, always and strictly at low temperature to preserve all the organoleptic properties of the fruit. In 1999, Vito and Caterina took over their children, Franco, Nicola, Giuseppe, Tommaso, Giuliano, and Rosa. In 2000 was constituted our today. What? This was a poorly written article, or I can't read, one or the other. I think it might have been both. But let's take a look at the pictures here. Not too many pictures of their farm, but that's okay. Shout out to Produce Market. Shout out to Oliera Penzia. And shout out to VeChain. All right, guys. Thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the show. Up on the screen, we have our wonderful Patreon subscribers: Kyle Bocci, Joel Jimenez, Farouz Dean, Brady Adams, Boost Wayne, Maryland Crypto, Ethan Jeffrey, The Fern Line, AmericanHomeRemedies.com, Lassie Nielsen, Sergio, Matt Harris, Bread Garlic House, and AJ. Thank you for your wonderful Patreon support. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin block halving. And as this ticker ticks down, we show it every day. We have 1,245 days to the next Bitcoin block halving. Things are moving according to plan. Nothing much is going on. Bitcoin had a pretty bad dip yesterday, but we talked about a little bit about why. XRP had a pretty bad dip, but looks like we're recovering pretty fast here. Not worried at all. VeChain's down, recovered pretty good. Let's take a look at any major pumps. Nothing really too much. Elrond is pumping. Nexo, Loopring. Any major dumps here? Not really. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, please hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. Hit that subscribe button. Don't let your memes be dreams, and I will talk to you tomorrow.